It's 2 BlazBlues in a row.
2 BlazBlues in a row.
Which I like, because I like this game.
Yeah, so welcome to Sunday, everybody. Welcome to, I believe, this is Character Snark?
Yeah, I don't remember if you decided it was Story Snark or Character Snark.
It's Character Snark, but it's Story Mode Character Snark, which is kind of a weird concept.
It's uniquely BlazBlue.
Yeah, you'd think that would be Story Snark, but it's not. It's really, really bizarre. But yeah, because their story mode is broken up into characters alongside their arcade mode, it winds up being that Character Snark is both, which is strange, and I don't know why it's like that.
It's interesting.
So last week we did Jin.
Yep.
And he had a bunch of endings.
Weird.
And he took forever, but he was cool and he was weird, yeah.
The conclusion I got was it's Rachel's fault.
Yeah, kind of. So this week, I figured we'd go a little bit lighter. I'm just going to do Taker.
Yeah, I assumed it was going to be Ragna, but apparently Taker's is fairly light.
I thought we'd do Ragna too, but then I looked at Taker's stuff and was like, oh my god, we could knock that out in like 30 minutes.
Well, let's see if that's true.
So we'll do Taker. Taker Stories, Blind Warrior.
This is Taker. I've arrived at the destination.
It just starts with, I'm Taker.
I call in, and my voice, distorted by static, squawks at me from the communicator in my hand. Oh, a voice.
How does it
Sorry,
look?
not my voice.
Like a nice, orderly pile of crap?
So that's the name of the person we haven't seen. I wonder if they're actually going to show up.
Kokonoe? Isn't Kokonoe the... No, that's... Okay,
It's just
I was going to say, isn't it one
that...
of the girls who was at, like, the Magic Academy? But I think I insinuated that when we were playing Jean, and it was a completely different character.
No, this is just someone who works with Tager and Lychee, but, like, we never see them. And if you say their name in front of Arakune, he starts shrieking,
I think they're
sure.
in the cat village, by the way.
Yes, I think so.
I'm getting close to the
Seems
slums.
to be underground.
I don't expect public order to be
Yeah, it's the
maintained.
slums.
Aw, she called it a pile of crap.
What makes you think there'd be any public order around here in
Well,
the first place?
maybe
The library doesn't
maybe
give a damn
we're
about
not
those people.
seeing the crap because Tager's too
Yeah.
big and he's in front of
Well,
it.
I mean, maybe. I can see the big crane in the background, which is usually in the center of town, along with the big old cooking pot. So,
But I see a lot of undeveloped areas. I thought this place was scheduled to
They're
undergo
gonna
massive
gentrify
development.
it.
yeah, well,
plans change.
except they
Has to
completely
do with the
ignored everything.
Ikaraga conflict, I'll bet. This city is a victim of Sector 7.
Yeah, there's lore here that we're probably not gonna get in full.
Something about the way she said victim makes me think Kokonoe blamed Sector 7 for what was going on here. Even if she does work for them, she rarely gets along with her superiors, and she's not one to censor herself. How a person like her could possess the world's greatest scientific mind. I sometimes worry what will come of it.
This girl sounds like me. She hates her boss, doesn't say otherwise, and is smarter than everyone.
You think, remember?
Aww.
No,
But
it's nothing.
I would have been
The
nicer
three
to the
assets
cats.
under Ikaraga control. I thought
Yeah.
one of them was brought over here.
I'm sure the princess is dreaming deep in her iron pot by now.
Okay.
The guy they're calling
So that's
the Grim Reaper,
new.
Ragna the Blood Edge.
Oh,
Word
okay.
is he showed up in Kagutsuchi.
I was really confused for a second. I was like, is somebody being boiled alive?
It's called the Cauldron,
So
remember?
Haku-men
Yeah.
came here for Ragna the Blood Edge, huh?
They're chasing haku-men.
Oh, well, yeah, because they let him in. They opened the door and Haku-men walked in, right?
The door between dimensions
How
or
the hell would I
something.
know?
Yeah.
I could care less why he was there. I just wish he'd stop poking his nose.
Yeah,
where it
like
doesn't
they
belong.
did some weird
that's
either
too much to
time or
ask, though.
dimensional breaching, and he walked out. Now he's just wandering around, and they're just trying to round him in.
Have you noticed that weird third peck on Taker's
Yeah,
chest?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but he has a third peck. Is this a thing?
I don't know.
I like to think I
immediately.
know enough about human musculature, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Even the hero of the Great War is nothing more than a sample to Kokonoe, eh? I wonder how many scientists lose sight of their humanity in pursuit of their goals. Like Arakune.
Your mental activity spiked again. Stay focused
Pretty much
here.
explicitly Arakune.
My neural waves should be within normal ranges.
She can tell if
Stop
he's
worrying.
thinking hard.
Yeah, she told him straight up, like, are you thinking bad thoughts? Remember, we're not just watching you, we're watching your thoughts, too. And he was like, oh,
That's weird.
So while he's out there, I guess they have cameras on him, they've got cameras around him, and they've got cameras in his brain.
I'll
Why
stop
would you
complaining
do
when you
that?
stop wasting time and get your
What's
shit
what do
together.
you hope to find?
I don't know. Maybe they don't want him to turn on them?
Maybe...
Roger that. Reassessing mission priorities.
Is it literally recording his
Primary
thoughts or
objective,
just brainwave
retrieve haku-men.
I have
scan
no idea, dude.
wiggles?
Secondary
I
objective.
know about as much
Obtain
as
the
you.
Azure Grimoire. Only
Maybe
if the
they're
circumstances deem it
worried
possible.
that someone will try mind control.
Yeah, you got it.
Potentially.
Worst case scenario,
Maybe.
you can ditch the grimoire. I'd like to have a look at it someday, but it's not mission critical.
Oh, okay, cool.
We might get some info on whatever
The
that
Azure
is.
Grimoire. It's one of the strongest grimoires we know of. Even the top brass at Sector 7 are interested in it.
Aren't you a little too indifferent
Is it
about the mighty
a literal
Azure?
book, or is
I
that
thought
just
it was
kind of
something
its
that
name?
scientists like you are desperate to get.
I don't know, I guess it's an actual book.
Mighty?
That's what I've
That
assumed
thing?
this whole time.
Sometimes I think you're too stupid to live, Tager.
Aw.
Aw.
Try the weakest.
So it's the
The
weakest
weakest?
book.
That's odd.
Huh.
There's no such
It's not
information
going to turn
in my
out that they're
database.
talking about, like, Ragnar's
Well,
sword
if you
or
don't get it
something,
now,
is
you're
it?
never going to.
I don't know.
I'm not going to waste my time explaining it.
Because if
Roger
it
that.
can have
Okay.
a strength, I
Place
mean,
the
it's
13
probably
objects
magic.
necessary for haku-men's retrieval in their designated positions.
One slip up and you'll blow
Net
the
launchers.
whole thing, meathead.
Oh,
So
God.
watch yourself.
They're just
I'll
going
make
to shoot
you
a
look
net
like
at
one
him
of
like
those comic
he's
book
an
characters.
elephant.
Or I'll make you look like one of those comic book characters.
Already done? I don't know what that means, though.
Yeah, he looks like Hellboy. I happen to like my body. I think I'll pass on the superhero look.
I
What?
won't make any mistakes,
know.
so there's no need for you to worry.
Are they going to
way,
transplant him
there's
into a
one thing
less
that I wanna make
muscular
clear.
version of
Yeah,
himself?
maybe that's what they mean.
What?
The equipment utilizes Armagus.
I don't...
I understand it's not against
I'm gonna
the
be
beliefs
caught
of
up on
Sector
that. That was
7
so
to use
weird.
magic, but our purpose is to banish it. Will there be
Armagus
any
is
issues?
techno magic, by the way. That's like
Huh.
a term for it that I've heard multiple times.
Huh.
That's the only reason I know is because I just keep hearing it being used.
In things other than BlazBlue?
Yeah, and things other than BlazBlue.
That's weird. I've never heard it.
I don't know.
The enemy is... All the library knows how to do is Ars Magus. So what
Okay,
better
so
way
just
to fight them than
explicit.
with
I
their own
mean,
medicine?
vampires exist in this world, so I guess
Yeah.
magic was always on the table.
I didn't have a lot of time to set up this trap. so I
like,
took
it's
a shortcut and
explicit.
used an artifact
Okay.
to exact my revenge.
Huh.
Understood.
Huh.
Fight fire with fire,
Okay.
eh? Still, is it really possible to artificially create a time-space warp? Even
That
with
sounds
use of
like
an
the
armor?
thing that's definitely possible.
Yeah, I mean, in this setting, sure.
Yeah, that sounds like
Really
that's the
think
one
I
thing
said
we
anything
know
that was
is consistent
impossible?
in this setting is that
All you've
time
gotta do is make sure the
fuckery
trap works.
happens.
It's just a matter of controlling imaginary number space anyway.
Okay, so she's
What?
like Alice in Wonderlanding this?
I guess.
Imaginary number space.
Besides,
Yeah.
I'll use my private this time. That should take care of any problem.
He's confused
he's
too.
confused
Thank you,
too.
Tager.
Good.
Live
Thanks,
long
Tager.
trying to uncover a lady's
Ah.
secrets. All you need to know
It is what we
there's
think it
nothing for
is.
you to worry
No,
your tiny
no,
little
no.
head about.
Why is she so mean to
If
him?
I try and pry any further, I'm gonna end up in the scrap heap. I'd better just leave it alone.
Understood. There's one more thing I'd like to confirm.
Huh.
I heard that she is in the city. Lychee.
Lychee?
Oh yeah, she's
So
working
that
as
lame
like a
ass excuse
doctor
for
in
an apprentice is here
Chinatown.
too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if you have any spare time while you're there, confirm.
Oh.
Kokonoe.
Who's
Oh,
apprentice?
her name is Kokonoe. I pronounced it that way, and I was like, no, it's got to be
All
Kokonoe.
this technology and we still
Well,
have
it's a
dead zone.
Japanese name, presumably.
Yeah. So apparently you walked into a
I
dead
guess I'll
zone.
have to act at my own discretion as far as Lychee is concerned. TR-0009
He's
Tager,
got a
commencing mission.
serial
Yeah,
number?
I've noticed that he has a serial number. It only comes up once in a while, and the battle screen calls him Iron Tager instead, which sounds much better. But I do keep seeing TR-009 Tager every time I look at certain things.
Is all of that just robot? Is he a brain inside there?
I think he
maybe?
might be.
I mean, he could just be 100% robot.
I guess this is the last in this
I mean,
area.
it's potentially the case, yeah. I just finished setting up when I heard her voice.
Hey, you, big man! What are you
Is that
doing?
Taukaka?
It sounds like Tao.
Do you need anything from me, little girl? It's dangerous. I suggest you stay away from here.
Look at her.
The first branch that we lose to her?
Are you
No.
hiding
Okay.
something yummy?
So I'll explain it when we get in there, but there's something that looks like a thick rope waving behind her. Ah, it's a tail. Then that must mean she's from the Kaka clan that lives in the lost town underneath Kagatsuchi.
So, what are you doing, big man?
I don't think this body is well suited for covert operations, Kokonoe.
Yeah, no, can he
Yeah.
just swap bodies?
He's
Dude.
not exactly stealthy.
You know those two zippers on the front?
Yeah.
If you peel those down, is it like
That's
the
part of his
alien in
shirt.
Men in Black?
No, I think that's part of his shirt. Somebody constructed a really bad suit for him, I think is all that is.
No, I think you open that up, it's like an Astro Boy panel, and then there's just a little
I
thing
know.
inside piloting
You
him.
did something tasty there. Give some to Tao
And she can
now.
tell what it is, and she's gonna
I like
eat
how
the
animated
alien.
Tao's little face is, because
Oh,
they
yeah,
they
no,
don't have to
she's-
do any like serious animation. It's just, okay, here, just emoji animates.
Is
you
this
talking
like
about?
her literal
I'm neither
face,
a
or does
dog
she have
nor a
like a
cat.
canon actual
You think I
face?
would
in
hide
her?
I
food
think
in
she
a
has
place
an
like
actual
this?
human face in there, but when she pulls the hood on, it looks like that. She
Yeah, but
dark
like, do we
mages
have
it.
do we have like official?
I have no idea.
I mean,
I really don't know.
I could probably look it
You
up,
won't
but I
mind
try to
me
avoid
checking
spoilers.
myself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't believe you otherwise, meow.
I don't normally care, but for the sake of things like this,
If
it's
this
like,
child touches the device, I calculate unacceptable odds in favor of its destruction. Perhaps the use of force to dissuade her is unavoidable.
it's like, well,
If
I
you
gotta
continue
beat up
to
this
impede my
animal
progress,
child.
I will have to decommission you.
They'll have to decommission her.
Oh,
What?
so you were a bad guy. I'm gonna have to beat you up.
Aww.
Hey, are you
You
serious?
can do it,
Tiger's
Talcock.
not
I believe
bad.
in you.
He's not a bad guy. Yeah, there it is, Iron Taker.
Yeah. God, has he just been a robot this whole time?
Maybe. I think he's a biological, like, build. I think he's a Frankenstein's monster.
Maybe. But then, like, they can still, like, replace or modify his body heavily so that he refers to it as not really... He refers to it as, like, a thing he owns.
Yeah, no, he does. But that's fine.
Yeah, no, but it brings up the idea that, like he can just get a new one.
You're inhuman.
I love that that's her line.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So this is not... Is there going to be, like in Genes, where it's like you just choose to murder her
Okay.
or not?
I don't think so, because I'm going to point out that I've written this down.
Yeah,
I've written
I know.
down what Taker's stuff is. The first ending is literally just number 1, win. It's win every single fight with Taker.
Oh, okay, so we're
Number
doing that
2,
first.
lose a single fight. Like,
Huh, okay.
it's Taker actually has incredibly easy story modes to get through.
Alright.
I suggest you let your head do the thinking, not your stomach. Now go on home.
Aw.
Maybe that third peck is the meat part of him.
Maybe that's where his heart is.
Maybe.
I've lost precious time. I need to get to the next setup location as soon as possible. Yeah, I'll save here.
You probably should have started from the top.
Here. Yeah, maybe I should. I don't know.
Because it doesn't keep going down.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
only give you like 8 save slots for this specific
Yeah,
thing.
it's odd. But, I mean, these things aren't that long.
Huh. The scenery here looks different.
So this is Ronin God.
Yeah, this is Ninja
I hear a lot of
Town.
Ikaruga citizens took refuge here after the
This is
war.
literally Ninja Town.
Yeah, it is just the ninja town. Kokonoe is trying to contact me. I don't think the reception's very good in this part of the city, but if I don't pick up, I take out the communicator.
Your Wi-Fi is also
This is
stealthy
Tager.
here.
What's the matter?
Yeah.
There was a big old spike in your brainwaves. I didn't know the
Huh.
Red Devil was so sentimental.
Aw.
If this sensation is called
Ninja
sentimental,
Town?
then
I mean,
suppose
if
you're
the
right.
people here are refugees
I
from
thought
whatever
your
was
memories of the
destroyed
Ikaruga
in
Civil
the...
War had been...
Oh, it's a civil war?
Oh.
Okay.
There
So
were a
there's,
few
I
souls
guess there
still
must be
alive in there.
multiple things that happened in Ikaruga.
He has had memory wipes?
The war
Oh,
was a
I
damn
guess so.
nightmare.
Huh.
The library decided to use the
Huh.
Ikaruga
Okay,
as a
this is
testing
important
ground for new
info.
weapons. Poor bastards didn't even have an army to fight back with.
Aw.
Guess it's a little hypocritical of me to criticize their test when
Yeah.
I've got no problem experimenting on
Okay.
the human body.
Yeah. I mean, assuming she's the one who did this to him, then yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
Doesn't really have a
it's,
lot of
Conducted on
space.
it's
an
different
individual,
from
one
massive,
conducted on a
like,
crowd are completely
weapon
different.
testing.
You
I
can't
don't
treat them
know.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the hell
he
is
agrees
this?
with me.
I don't need emotional support from you.
I didn't mean it that way. I was just talking about general Machiavellian theory.
Okay.
Okay.
Really? Wow. Well, this conversation has just become a waste of my time.
I like that
I'm
she's
hanging up
a
now.
dick,
Just
but
get
she
cracking
could be
on
a
the
dick
next
to
setup.
someone other than Tager.
Yeah.
It'd be funny, except
Now,
that we've been sympathetic
the
to
next one
him
is that
for
way.
most of this time.
Yeah.
Stay where you are, weirdo.
Oh good, here he comes.
Bang!
Are you
Shishigami.
talking about me?
No robots in
Indeed.
Ninja Town.
I am Bang Shishigami, the vigilante
I mean,
who
he's not
fights
really
in
a
the name of
robot.
love
I
and
think the only
justice.
robotic part of him might be his wrists. Like,
I don't know.
What do you want from me, Vigilante? I don't
Did
recall having a price
Bang
tag on my
was
head.
in Jean's thing, was Bang's face this like depicted this way? He's like staring kind of at the viewer, but not quite, and he looks a little more excited. It's a quiet storm of excitement going on in his face
I
right
think
now.
that this one in particular may not have shown up in Gene's story mode, but I think it might be because this is his smiling pose.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I don't
was
know.
really
He didn't
mad
really
at Jean.
smile for Gene.
Okay.
It's becoming all too clear to me. That conspicuous attire of yours.
This is
I can tell you're the kind of guy who's going to
possibly
break the law.
offensive, Bang.
Maybe.
I don't know. We're
are
still
you talking
figuring out
about?
what Tager
I must admit
is,
that's one hell of an accusation.
but you should probably not
It's best to nip crime
call him a
above.
criminal just for
Let's
being
cut
a
the chat.
robot Frankenstein.
Yeah, probably not a good
Ever
idea to,
confronting me,
like,
Bang Shishigami.
immediately just shit on people for the way that
you
they
leave
dress.
me no choice. I must
And
eliminate you
honestly,
by force.
look at the way Bang is dressed.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have anything on his torso. He had shoulders, and that's it.
He looks like his pants are designed to
You know
rip
what?
off from the front while dancing.
I think Bang's really angry because Tager doesn't have anything on his shoulders.
You know what? That might be a thing he would take issue with.
Oh, that's right. Tager can't. He
can't run.
He can't dash. Yeah.
But I mean, look at him. Why would he?
Yeah.
Why would he need to?
Right.
Although, I mean, if he's a robot, they could put wheels on him.
Yeah, they could. I mean, but presumably. that
Make
would
him
be
like a
an option.
literal tank. Get some treads down there.
There we go.
Yeah, this doesn't take long.
Die, Bang.
How could this be? How can justice?
It's a really
fall
good picture
before
of
the might
Tager, but oh my
evil?
god, his
Oh.
arms.
Yeah, when you told me we were doing Tager today,
already
I started
told you
thinking,
that
how
I'm
am I
not
going to do
evil.
the art for the end of the video? And I just
Hide
keep
it behind
thinking,
his giant arms.
I just keep thinking the entire
leave him
frame is
alone.
going to just be just a brick of Tager
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
just a
like he
big
just takes up the whole
cube.
canvas. Look at him.
He's like, hey, he's fine. I'll leave him
I've
here.
wasted too much time.
Just leave this guy
to hurry
passed
to the
out
next
on the
waypoint.
street in the city where you can't walk 2 feet without getting attacked by someone.
Yeah, right. All right.
Okay.
The scenery's changed again. I guess this must be Orient Town. Feels so healthy and happy.
So,
So he's gonna
This is
end up
Orient Town.
seeing Lychee pretty soon.
Yeah,
He's
this is
got
probably
to.
going to be where Lychee
thick,
shows up.
lived-in feel to it. This place isn't bad
Hmm.
at all.
And this is where he's
All right.
frequently
I guess I'll
encountered
go
by other
find the setup
people. He just
coordinates.
kind of likes it here.
Yep, totally is. As I scan the area, a woman catches my eye. The computer piggybacking on my brain recognizes her immediately.
Yep, there she is.
It's Lychee. She was Kokonoe's assistant before she ran away from Sector 7.
Okay.
Tager, you didn't come here to bring me back, did you?
Nah. That's right. Perhaps I should take her back. I call Kokonoe.
I should call.
The signal's giving out.
Huh.
I guess I'll have to call the shots. If we wanted to bring you back, we could have done so. You should thank Kokonoe. She's the
So,
reason no one pursued you after you
I'm
decided
gonna
to
assume
go
that
AWOL.
she knows something that's classified, so they want to control her.
I think she was angry about Arakune, but I'm not 100% sure.
That would make sense.
I think Arakune's story mode kind of explained that there's a lot more between them than nothing.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
So you're
Arakune's
telling me to go
probably,
back
his
on my
existence is
own.
probably
Is that it?
classified, so if there's something that they want to keep covered,
Right.
having her walking around
If you realized
is
how selfish you've
probably
been,
in there.
then return to the
It's,
sector.
it's bad.
Kokonoe will save you from being court-martialed.
I refuse. I can't
Her
go back right
boobs
now.
are...
I haven't found him yet.
That's just a regular bra in there,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's just a regular bra, and then she's got, like, one of them fancy dresses on, but she's got, like, a weird... I don't know what is that like. It's not a corset. It's like a stiff blouse, I guess. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's kind of a vest. Yeah. I think it has upper arms but no shoulders on it.
Yeah, it's like
not
a
unlike
drop
Tager.
Yeah, they both have huge boobs.
Yeah, so she hasn't found him yet. She's definitely going after Arakune.
She's actively doing that. And she also, we know from the arcade mode, she just goes down and tells Taukaka to do things. Sometimes.
But I can't let you do that now.
You were the last person I wanted to cross fists with.
Aww.
Very well. Whenever
Is
you're
this
ready.
a ship? That's the vibe I've been getting.
I feel like they're friends. I don't feel like this is a ship.
I've been getting the vibe that they kind of want us to connect those dots.
No, I think they're just friends, and Tager just doesn't want to beat up his friend. He's like, you're like the last person I want to fight.
He shouldn't want to beat up anyone who's this much smaller than him. But he doesn't have a lot of choice because that's the entire cast.
I was going to say, that's the whole cast, though. You can't judge him for that.
Yeah. And I've gotten the vibe that maybe I'm reading more into it than necessary because I'm like from the internet and shit. Maybe. And that's just how that goes.
Yeah.
But it's like I've gotten the vibe that they're kind of a ship.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't know for like.
This is of course assuming that Tager's not a literal robot with no interest in the flesh at all.
I don't think he's a robot. I think he's an Oni, but I think he's a Frankenstein's monster. I don't think he's anything.
Pose on her. His pose is the same one we saw earlier. It's cool, whatever.
Yeah, hers is her beat pose. That's her defeated pose.
But okay, I'll stop talking about her boobs.
I would like to point out that making him an Oni is actually really, really good if he is just a Frankenstein's monster, because that's the perfect interpretation of that for Japanese audiences, where it's like he's Frankenstein's monster, which in American media, not in the original book, is like a monster who is intrinsically tied to electricity.
Who this?
I don't know, but he's amazing.
She has a palico.
Neat.
His power.
He's like, oh my god, this cat's so strong.
You are Jubei.
Isn't Jubei the living weapon that Taukaka's related to?
Maybe.
You know who I am, son.
Son.
You think you're a match
He's got
for
a
me.
little old man voice. That's amazing.
I love him.
Jubei, the strongest living creature in the world.
Shit.
And one of the legendary 6 heroes. Yeah, that's the one that Tao is related to.
I know Lychee's panda's dead.
The rumors say he could take on an entire army division by himself.
Are all of the
I
cats
appreciate the opportunity,
descended from
but I'm
him?
gonna have to pass.
Perhaps?
I think the Kaka clan is just related to him, like he's a member of them, and Tao just happens to be the actual relative of him, or something like that.
He's got a literal cat face, so would that imply
yeah, he's
that
more cat than a lot of the other
Taukaka also has just a cat
maybe.
face?
I guess that's potentially true.
Well, her face is hidden, so she could have a fish's face for all I know.
Yeah. He's just sitting here talking to a
She's gone and
cat.
fainted.
Yeah.
Poor girl couldn't take the stress.
His lip sync is really tiny. They did not want to move the jaw.
Cat.
They didn't want to have an actual Taker's jaw moves.
Yeah.
His cat's jaw should
No
move when he
anger behind
talks,
those
but it's just that little teeny
Ain't hard to
flap.
stop a fella what don't want to
I don't know,
hurt
that
you.
bothers me.
But I can't abide you laying a hand on the lady here.
Like, he looks like he's low budget right now.
I didn't
A little bit.
mean
He's
to
not a
hurt her.
fighter, so
Yeah,
maybe it's
they
the
didn't
put as
equivalent of
much-
like
How determined.
in Neptune. It would be Chian.
Yeah, it's definitely they didn't care.
Determined,
The
huh?
angle of his face also is a little weird here,
Jubei stares at me with the piercing eyes of a cat.
as opposed to
His
what?
stare reminds me of Kokonoe.
I reckon you're
Kokonoe a
telling the
cat?
truth. You
I-
leave her to
I
me,
literally
son.
don't know.
Get yourself
Huh.
wherever it is you need to go. If she comes to while you're here, things are bound
Did-
to get messy.
So this is the first we've seen this
Thanks.
character, but we know that that Lychee's been just hanging around here as a doctor or whatever. Do
Yeah.
they work together?
Should I tell Kokonoe I encountered Jubei? No. I asked her about him once before. She was in a bad mood for a week. Perhaps I should keep this to myself.
Seems like she's in a bad mood now.
His eyes, though. They're so similar.
It's not going to be that big a difference.
Oh, was that her? Okay.
Maybe.
Shouldn't dig too deep.
Okay.
Besides, it's not a very good idea to put Kokonoe in a bad mood.
I don't know.
I think he's literally wondering if they are related yet again.
Okay. So maybe that's what she looks like.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I will take over the anticipation again.
Because there's no branching.
Yeah, because there's no branches there. There's only one more unit left to be set up. Unfortunately, it looks like I've saved the most difficult one for last.
Is it
Kokonoe is
Noelle?
asking too much
Is
this
it
time.
Jean?
I have no idea.
But it is my job, after all.
It's usually
Might
one
be
of them
Jean.
on this stage.
She says I have to set it up inside the library branch in Kagetsuchi.
What the hell's going on? Is there not a single
Yeah,
guard
this is
on
a
duty?
consistent problem that Jean noticed, too. There's no guards on duty in this building.
Yeah, probably because of whatever shit's going on in the cauldron, which is usually, like, very shortly seen after this.
This place is too quiet. It's kind of creeping me out. Is this a trap, or have they already found me? ... I feel cold, vicious eyes on my back.
Okay, here he
I
is.
turn around and recognize the man standing before me. One of the library's most decorated heroes.
You little asshole.
Guard in the entire branch.
We've had enough of you.
No, look, Jean doesn't... He's, like, super confused still. Nobody...
Yeah.
Where the fuck are the guards? This whole branch of the library is just completely unguarded. Everybody walking in here goes, what the fuck's going on?
And then he
No.
starts screaming at
Like his
Tager, why do you
dialogue.
have her face? Shoots him, runs, and then Rachel goes and
Plausible
puts him
lie.
back here.
And you want me to believe that? Don't you think that's a little too
It is a little too
convenient?
convenient, but it's, like, really true and
Naturally.
weird.
I wouldn't expect a
Is
murderer
it-
who needlessly
Is
slaughtered
it gonna
a
turn
cowardly
out that
guardian to hear
Noelle
me
just
out.
sort of, like, went through and killed everyone before you fight her here?
I don't know, maybe.
Because this is usually where you fight her.
I guess it is, yeah.
I mean, not every time.
Who's that?
So he doesn't remember. I suppose he has no interest in someone he's already killed. I wonder if he feels any guilt at all for all the people he's killed. Oh, don't put killed and killed at the end of two sentences next to each other.
Yeah,
That's
that's
poor
awkward.
writing. You could use slaughtered there, and it has way more oomph on either of them, honestly.
You're too dangerous for your own good.
We know that
I'm gonna
Jean
need to take you
killed
down.
Bang's
Take me
the
down.
Ninja Master.
Yeah.
So that's the only person
Then
that
what
I
are
could
you waiting
potentially
for?
know of being the one that Tager's talking about now.
Yeah,
that might
that's
not be.
probably what he's talking about.
But might not be. I don't know. Kick his ass, he deserves it.
Maybe Tager was the Guardian. He's just like, he's the walking corpse of the Guardian. Like, what's left
Maybe.
of him.
Fate is turning.
It's
I
as
kind of mean
valid
that as a joke,
anything.
but that's actually a valid idea, yeah.
Yeah, right now anything's on the table.
Yeah, so I gotta win this fight. Oh, fuck. I'm not
He's a
starting it
little
good.
trash ass.
He is.
Just slap him.
I'm trying. He is blocking an awful lot. I would like to be able to grab him, but if I get too close, he's gonna freeze me. Which is a massive pain in my butt.
Yeah, but if you get too far away, he freezes
Yeah, I know.
you.
I know. I'm trying, though. I really am.
Yeah, but
Okay.
the Tager's thing is he like magnetizes you, so you end up like slowly inching towards him.
Yeah.
And it's an effect on Jean right now.
Yeah, I know. Don't distract me, please.
Okay.
Okay, this is actually, I'm dying.
You've got 100 on your thing.
It does not matter. I don't want to end it that way.
Okay.
Because there's a chance that if I do that, it's going to be a really bad thing to end it
Oh,
with.
there we go. You broke his back. It's all
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah.
I lost. The Red Devil.
To the Red Devil.
You
This is the
lost
result of your
to,
own
like,
conceit.
a
I
truck.
guess you're just
Of
a
course
rookie
you did.
after all.
Yeah, don't fight trucks. What are you doing? I leave Jean and head deeper into the facility to finish setting up the last of the equipment. You want to say, okay.
Might as
This'll
well.
have to be Rebellion, because this is from now on. I use the crane in the back of the room to lower myself down to the bottom level of the facility.
I guess the basic
Is
construction.
that the
here
normal
very
way to
similar
lower
the
yourself
structure.
into this facility?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's an elevator and he just doesn't fit in it.
Yeah, because this looks like the cauldron and no one else has ever remarked
I think that's
on that.
literally what he's doing, is he's in the cauldron right now. I take a quick look around and, satisfied that the area is safe, begin setting up the equipment in the spot Kokonoe designated. I keep tripping over my words today.
It's okay, just keep going.
Why have you come here?
Oh, hey, haku-men. So he is here, just like Kokonoe said he'd be. Although I can't help thinking about why she knew he'd be here.
Timelines, I don't know.
No, that's not important. I need to focus on my work right now.
You should already know. I came here to retrieve you. haku-men.
So we set up what I assume is a bunch of bombs or something to catch
Something
this
like
guy.
bombs, maybe? Yeah.
From the moment you were rescued from the boundary, Kokonoe has been your master.
How do you
And we
define
can't exactly
that?
allow a domesticated hound to roam free.
Like, how do they control him?
I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think they do. He doesn't
Interesting
seem to
thing
think
to
so
say.
either.
You were telling the dog, who happened to be found that day, to listen to the cat.
Oh, so she is. I think they're meaning that literally.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
Indeed, it was a coincidence. Sector 7 aims to kill the Seether at its source.
Do we know what a Seether
You were
is?
No,
just a
I don't think we
byproduct
know just
Kokonoe
yet.
found along
Because
the line.
I have heard that used a bunch.
Yeah, I think they've used it a couple
Coincidence
times.
or not, that's irrelevant to her.
Okay.
She only sees you as another sample, a tool to research the original
I'm
units
still
that
caught
lie
up on the
dormant within
idea
boundary.
that Tager's a literal truck that has to be lowered down in here with a crane.
Also, I know you interpreted Kokonoe as being the cat, but I kind of wonder if he didn't mean that Tager was the cat, as in we're both domesticated animals, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but cats don't listen.
Yeah, I know.
Your
Maybe
purpose
you're
is
right.
of no interest to me. I exist only to eradicate evil from this earth. I am not bound by the whim of that Grimalkin.
Yeah,
Has he-
Grimalkin means cat.
Has he been, like, yelling at Kokonoe every time he says that?
Yeah, so every time he's been using that, maybe he's been just really angry at Kokonoe.
Does she have, like, one of them Inuyasha necklaces on him and she can make him sit or something?
I don't
How is she
know.
controlling this thing? I mean, we're pretty sure he's also a robot in
She's
some
threatening
part.
to shave the back of his head, and he's like, no, please don't.
You in Sector 7 wish to dispose of
Just the
Seether
back?
and return the
Because
world
it's
to how it
only
once
long in
was.
the back.
Ask yourself, is what you
Also, he'd look
desire
real dumb
truly
if you
just?
shaved the back of his head.
Yeah.
What do you mean, just?
I don't know.
Think
Well, if
fool.
She
Kokonoe
threatens
has...
to take off his shoulder pads like everyone else.
Were it to disappear, would that world
His
not
shoulder
end?
pads appear to be alive, so
Yeah,
that
I
might be a
know.
The
problem.
world rather than save it.
He's like, no, these are my shoulders.
Losing
Well, if
Seether
Kokonoe
would be
has,
in charge.
like a brain scan thing inside Tager's head and can remove his memories, and this guy is also a weird, vaguely artificial creature, like maybe she does have something on him.
Maybe. Haku-men goes silent. He seems to be waiting for my answer.
What I have faith in isn't Sector 7. It's Kokonoe. Since that day, and from now on.
He has a lot of
That
faith
won't
in someone
change.
who's mean to him.
Yeah.
So you have given your faith to
Okay,
the
he's
Grimalkin.
literally referring to
How
her
amusing.
specifically.
Yeah. She is the Grimalkin, I guess.
Why is he always saying it like that?
I do
though?
my best to give him a level stare. Not the easiest thing to do when your opponent has no visible eyes.
They're on his shoulders.
Eventually, he finishes laughing.
So
Straight
you are
up,
a
they're
man
on
who
his
lives
shoulders.
by
Look
what
at
he
the
believes.
shoulders.
I mean, kind
Your
of.
determination is refreshing. But if you wish to retrieve me,
Yeah,
you
we'll
must
kick
do
your
so by
ass.
force.
Okay. Is the foreshortening on his sword kind of funny?
It's better than I can do.
Yeah,
I
alright, fair
am the
enough.
white void.
I've always been really
the
bad at
cold
foreshortening.
steel.
I am the just sword. With
Shut
blazed
up,
hand
you
shall I
wiener.
reap the sins of this world and cleanse it in the fires of destruction.
He's kind of a wiener.
I am haku-men. The end has come.
If
Oh,
you
no.
if you keep saying
Prove
shit
to
like
me
this,
my
we're just
beliefs
gonna
are
beat you
wrong.
up while you're talking.
I like Tager's response, then prove to me that your words aren't wrong. He's like, prove it, nerd.
Kick his trash ass.
He's unlimited Haku-men, but we've done this before,
well,
so.
yeah. I can beat unlimited haku-men with Carl, so it's not going to be a problem for Taker.
I'm not saying that, it's not possible. I'm just saying it is the stronger version of him.
Yeah. But still.
Fuck it. I'll just do this for a bit.
It's fine.
Chain grabs are cheap ways to beat out AI, but fuck it. I'm just gonna chain grab.
At least it's
the fuck
amusing with Taker because he jumps so high. It's just so weird.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's the one where he doesn't actually attack.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
that
fuck
might
it.
take up one more. There we go.
There. I headbutted him.
Serves him right.
I did not expect that you would fare this well. Perhaps I have misjudged
Fair this
you
I
and
beat
your
the
so-called-
shit out of you.
I'm noticing he does kind of look like he's got like dog ears on his helmet, and he's got
Gene put up a better fight.
he's got piccolo claws too. Maybe he is supposed to be a dog.
Actually, he kind of looks like maybe he's intended to be. I was thinking for a long time, and you could be wrong. You could be right. He could be a dog, but I was thinking for a bit that he was supposed to be a jackal, because it would make sense that he's some kind of almost Anubis, but not quite.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, he could just literally be a dog. And I didn't
Also-
originally notice those claws, but they look really nice on that actually.
Also, shoulder eye, what appears to be like a mouth in that weird gold
he's
thing.
got 2 eyes on each hand too.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, his torso is a face.
Hey, a little bit. I don't think that's intentional. I think that's just the thing, though. I've damaged him quite a bit. His movements are noticeably slower. This is my chance. I pull out my communicator.
Can you hear me, Kokonoe? The devices are in place. Get ready to warp the target.
Okay, so it's
Get away from
just
Haku-men so you don't
gonna.
get dragged in yourself, meathead!
Oh.
Is it like a black hole generator or something?
It's just like a teleporter, I guess.
Okay.
As the R's we've prepared begin to right itself out of air, I can see haku-men start to fade.
Let me ask you one thing.
No.
What?
Do you really think that master of yours, the Grimalkin,
Is that supposed to be an
deserves your
offensive
fate?
term?
I think he thinks it's an offensive term.
I think he's a fucking wiener.
Again, it just means cat. Like, I don't know.
That's none of your concern.
It's like an offensive term to cats, I guess.
The thesaurus doesn't make you
Seem
look
to have
cool.
struck a nerve.
If you want to be mean to a cat, just call it a potato. Half the time they are.
I can't see his face, if he even has one, but I feel like haku-men grinned at me before he disappeared, along with the arse. He is an arse.
Good one.
His last words still hanging in the air when I detect a dangerous presence behind me. More specifically, the presence of the Azure Grimoire.
Interesting that he can tell.
I turn around to see the sneer of a white-haired young man.
So, you're Ragnar the Blooded, huh?
You're Ragnar the Bloody.
So what if I am?
He just
Well,
walks
he's
up
just
like,
dripping.
hi.
Sector 7's Red Devil.
Aww.
Nothing.
Don't be a dick to Taker. He's not done nothing to you.
And he caught the guy he was here to
You're not
catch.
here
He's
for
like
a
the
fight.
one person in the city who's not trying to catch Ragna.
Yeah, in fact, actively Kokonoe told him, you know what, when it comes to the Azure Grimoire, I don't really care. So he could just walk away right now if he wanted to.
Capturing
Yeah.
you is only secondary. And I'm afraid I don't have
Oh,
enough
okay,
energy
we're not
remaining to
fighting?
complete that
Is this a
task.
choice? Are we getting a branch?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I don't think he actually has any choices
okay.
in his story.
Okay.
Is that right? Well, I didn't want to get dragged into anything
He's
complicated.
gonna shake hands and walk
Yeah,
away
they're just like, okay,
in
see
opposite
ya.
directions.
Don't let me get in your way.
Well, thanks for being so considerate.
I just carry out my missions as I'm told.
This is so polite.
Just stop having this like
There's no
really
need for
passive aggressive conversation and leave, you idiots. Like they're being passive aggressive and polite. It's that weird sort of like, oh well, don't let me stand in your way. Shh, I won't. Thanks, buddy. Like, no, stop it. Fight or kiss or do something. Come on.
You want to see these two kiss?
I really don't. I step into the elevator and pull out my communicator.
I could draw that if you want.
I'd rather not.
This is Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she does have little
Mission's
cat
complete.
ears. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Now returning to base.
And she's actually got
She's got the cat
big
paw
ol'
sleeves
puff
or
things.
something.
Yeah, I mean they're parts of a jacket that she's got draped on her back, by the way.
Does she have a third eye?
I don't think so. I think those are her eyebrows. Like, I think she's got the weird
But
cheetah
she has,
brows.
like, eyebrows
I know,
down
she's
there.
got normal ones, too.
Huh.
I noticed.
Forget about the damn reports. Just get your ass back here.
Okay.
Teleportation went well enough, but that damn haku-men really gets on my
Where
nerves.
is he now?
He's in the lab, I think.
Does Taker
Oh,
have
did
a
you
sword
notice?
in his
Yeah, I was
back?
gonna say, did you notice Taker's got a thing stuck in the back of his neck?
Huh. Is that his Frankenstein
weird.
neck bolt?
Don't want to go back to Kokonoe, eh, haku-men? I know how you feel.
Roger that. I'll return as fast as I can.
Oh, Tager.
Aw.
What is it?
Nothing. I was just remembering something. Back when I picked you up.
How old do you think she's supposed to look?
I don't know. And she's a super scientist, so it's hard to tell because they can manipulate their age sometimes, depending on the setting.
This isn't Tenchi.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different, like, mixed media wherein if you do, it's super scientist to a certain degree, it's like, no, the person doesn't really care and they just look however they look.
What's
Okay.
gotten into you? Reminiscing about the past?
Yeah, I am. Something wrong with that?
Aw. I found her somewhat pouting tone of voice strangely cute. She's acting like a teenage girl.
Is this the ship?
Hardly.
I don't know.
It just didn't seem
Maybe.
like something you would do.
Maybe.
Because is Arakune and Lychee the actual ship for the other two?
Out of character, huh? Yeah,
I don't
now
want to
that you
draw
mention it,
that
I guess I
one.
am pretty busy these days. Not a lot of time for
I'm not
memory
drawing
lane.
any BlazBlue
I
ships.
don't know. Yeah, you don't have to. Don't worry
Too
about
busy
it.
to remember if those days went by fast or slow.
Okay, now you've got me worried. You're being way too sentimental.
Is
Or
Haku-men
you
just in a
believe
cage
Haku-men
right
has been
now?
I don't know. I want to say he's in just a tank. Like, he's just trapped in a box somewhere.
Like
It takes
a-
her a moment to respond, almost like she's hesitant.
Like a fluid tank?
No, I just hate how powerless I am.
Aw.
By the way, Tager,
Do you still need something?
So presumably
Oh,
she's
it's not
in
that.
no
It's
shape
just-
or form a fighter.
thanks for
Yeah.
everything you've done for me.
Well, she's super nice now, so maybe you should tell her you ran into Jubei.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
The Kokonoe I know would never bother to thank me for my trouble. Perhaps my oral equipment is malfunctioning. The only other explanation I can think of is that I'm having auditory hallucinations. I have been under a lot of stress.
I want to take
I
that
said
handle
thanks
in
for
his
everything you've
back
done
and
for
just
me.
pull it and see what
Especially for all the
happens.
stuff you've done on this
It
particular
looks like a
mission.
bone stuck in, like, his
What,
spine.
you think it's strange for me to
Yeah,
say
if
so?
if his whole spine comes out, then I'll
I wouldn't
apologize.
say
It's okay.
strange, but I believe that was the first time you've ever thanked me.
Have we seen that in like
was
his
just
sprites? I don't
surprised.
remember
I
that.
don't remember looking hard enough. Maybe it is there.
Huh.
Really? Huh. Thought I
I
mentioned
mean,
it
it's a
before.
fighting game. You don't see their backs.
The
so
static
much.
is increasing. I guess my reception's getting worse.
The connection is breaking up. I'll hear the rest when I return to base.
She should just stick an
Alright.
antenna on his
I
head
can't
to help
wait
the
to see you
reception, because
again.
it's been really bad.
See me again? That seems like a strange thing to say.
I'm
Unless,
sorry, Tager.
Huh?
first gratitude and now an apology. If I'm not malfunctioning, then there must be something wrong with Kokonoe.
Really?
Is she
There's
opening
something
the
wrong with
cauldron
you,
on him
Kokonoe.
and hoping he survives?
Yeah,
Strange
maybe.
And where is...
Those
Did
words I was
Ragnar
about
just
to
actually
utter.
leave?
Along with everything else on the face of this rotten world.
Yeah,
Disintegrate.
something happened. She knew shit was going down and she left him where he was.
I'm sorry, Tager.
Oh, boy.
For a
fuck.
second, I thought I just heard Kokonoe's voice again. There's no need to worry. I'm sure you'll find me once again. I, too,
Okay.
forward to that day.
Yeah, one of the first things she was talking about was that she was just thinking back to the first time she found him, by the way. So assuming that he was like a corpse or that he was dead at that point, then
Or a brain in a jar?
yeah, the expectation is that he's at the very least a brain in a jar now.
Yeah.
That was the true
Blind
ending, by the way.
warrior?
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he's blind. He does wear them big old glasses.
I mean, he was talking about, like, he was referring to, like, oral equipment as opposed to ears. So maybe he's just got robot
Yeah, I mean,
eyes
that's
and ears
totally within
and
the realm of
stuff.
possibility. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is going to be inside the library. So we're just going to skim through this because it's exactly the
Are
same
we
as
losing
everything.
to Jean?
No,
Yeah, so we
no.
got to lose to
You're
Jean.
too-
That's the actual scenario for this one.
Okay.
So the first one we did was the true ending. And I guess it's literally just Taker dies, basically.
Huh.
Go ahead, Gene. You know you wanna.
So there's two kinds of cats. There's potatoes and there's noodles.
Okay.
Sometimes the cat can be both, but I don't...
Potato noodle?
Yeah, like a nochi. But, like, they're usually one or the other.
He can't get in on this. It's too high tech.
What are you doing?
I'm just hitting the slap button. For Taker, that's what his slap button looks like.
Show me his back if you can.
You cannot. He, because if he
you can kind of
around,
see the handle.
Yeah, it's kind of there. You can sort of see it.
Yeah, kind of. Like, the edge of it is there. If you're walking forward, you can see it. Dude,
I don't like that he
got a
can
handle.
kind of get in on this. It's really weird. Nobody
It's
else
Gene.
can kind of get in on the stupid slap.
Gene gets, like, fighting
about
moves
this little
handed
kick?
to him on a silver platter.
Yeah, he does. So this is normal ending number 1.
That was pathetic. I guess that's the limit of a half-assed toy.
The face that the Taker's making there is kind of wonky.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks. His jaw looks a little messed up, to be honest.
A little bit.
He's a little pop-eyed right now.
Maybe.
You've got a twisted personality.
Yeah, it looks weird in
Yeah,
motion
yeah, yeah.
I can
too.
see why you've become a hero. I'm afraid my specs are no match for yours.
Gene was honestly the hardest fight in this entire story mode
At
too.
least you were willing
Yeah,
to face the
fair
truth,
enough.
unlike those other scum. I like that.
As
As a
reward,
reward,
I'll completely destroy you. Gene's knock Torres. Yuki Anissa. Jesus. That whole sentence. Yuki Anissa is more powerful than I anticipated. I don't think I can stand another one of his ice blasts. It looks like this is it for me.
Should we know what a Nox Nictoris is?
I think that's like his magic weapon. The thing that he's holding. Because
Yeah,
there are
I mean-
a handful of characters, and they were saying that during Gene's story mode's ending, when they were talking about skills that Noelle has, where he was like, yeah, you control those super well. And she's like, oh, well, not as good as you.
Huh. Are we sure that's what that was?
I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
Okay.
The shadow behind Gene leapt, but he was too fast for it. The creature slams down against the empty floor with an angry, garbled screech.
Hey!
The hell are you?
Who? Why are you asking who? Why not what?
He's
You're
got a
like
face.
fighting
He's
bubblegum.
person-shaped.
It's not going to respond to him. I recognize the shadow. He's the one Lychee's looking for. Though I guess he's referred to as Arakune now. He
That's not
longed
his
for the
original
wisdom
name?
of the boundary, and he finally got it, but at the cost of his humanity. So the boundary is real eldritch, and if you look over the bounds, you get messed up.
This is the most direct explanation we've
that's-
ever gotten
thanks,
for anything.
Thanks, Tager. You're really cool about that.
Yeah.
He's a pathetic excuse for a man of science, but he seems quite excited about something.
I think he's
Would
here to
seem
save
I don't
Tager.
have the time to play
Maybe.
you anymore, Red Devil.
Oh, he probably just killed all the guards.
Oh yeah, he's probably the reason.
I don't know why.
Hey, there's Arakune's fight mode, I guess. With a sneer, Gene sheaths his sword and heads off, deeper into the facility. Arakune is excited about
Arakune's
something.
spin cycle mode. Oh.
So
Okay.
you've lost your ability to speak,
Okay.
and with it, your sanity.
He's just looking for Ragna.
But I only know one way to save a monster like you.
He's so happy about something
The
right
least
now.
I can do is offer you a quick death.
Are you sure? I
Rest
can't
in
tell
peace.
which
I
of
don't know,
those
he's
eyes
just yelling,
is
Azure,
the
Azure,
mouth.
Azure, 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 Azure.
It's kind of cute
Yeah.
because he's completely like just wonked out, and I don't know. He kind of saved Tager.
I mean, sort of, but at the same time, it's Arakune. Can we really argue that he knows that he saved Tager? Like,
I don't think we can argue for certain that he doesn't. He's kind of ambiguous. Because he has lucid moments.
yeah, he does.
So there's no lose to Arakune.
No, there's no lose to Arakune, like, path, yeah. No, it's just beat Arakune because he only shows up when you lose to Jean. So normal ending number 2, the only thing I have written down is lose to Jean.
Azure.
That's it. Everything else is a win again.
Look at them baby hands.
He's got them little Akira arms growing out of his back, yeah. Does he have an extra mouth now on his mask?
I think it's just a chip.
Oh, okay. Arakune's body is starting to fall apart. His body and his mind are both going. At least his end will be a quick one.
I'll finish you off right now.
Is Lychee gonna show up?
Well, we've already
collapsing.
fought her at
Oh
this
wait,
point.
no. Okay, I guess just the library is falling apart. The floor at the far side of the room has collapsed. There used to be a crane over there, but now it's just a huge hole.
How will you get down there now?
What the hell? I hear someone groaning, and they're getting closer. I can deal with Arakune later. I turn toward the hole. The only thing there is a pool of thick, absolute darkness. It groans again, and I see a pair of burning red eyes open in the middle of the darkness.
This be the Black Beast?
Okay. Is this the thing that, what's-his-face has been fighting? haku-men? Because he was talking about the Black Beast a lot.
Yeah, this is his thing.
Is it just me, or does that totally look like the thing that comes out of Ragnar's sword?
It could be, yeah.
It roars in response. The red eyes turn toward me. I can't move.
He wants to eat
Okay,
this?
Arakune is getting a little weird. Arakune lets out a distorted scream and leaps at the beast. He moves so fast I can't believe he's dying a moment ago. The Black Beast doesn't say anything. He's just screaming while he does things. The beast snatches him out of the air and in one smooth movement buries its razor-sharp teeth in Arakune's body. It tears off a piece, and it's eating him.
Arakune's screams
I can't do anything. I can't even move.
It kind of sound like Invader Zim lines.
A little bit, but it's the alternate truth is yet to be found.
Does Tager survive this?
That's literally the ending. The Black Beast wakes up and it eats Arakune and then presumably continues to eat Tager, I guess.
Huh.
And then the final of his endings is going to be up against Bang, and I think that's this one, but I can't actually remember.
Yeah, this is it.
So yeah.
This is if this.
I thought the end.
So Bang shows up and he's like, "Hey, you're a villain. I'm gonna beat you up
What do you?
because you don't have shoulders on." Seriously, the realization is making me freak out. That he totally just does not have shoulders, but that Bang does, and that might be why Bang hates him.
And
Bang hates the way he's dressed.
Bang covers only shoulders. Abs should be free.
Yeah.
And also the side of
Free
your butt.
abs.
Just the side. Straight up though, like, if you took off the boots and maybe the belt, Bang's clothes look like he's supposed to take them
There it
off.
is. So distortion finished. This should give me an ending right away.
Oh, okay.
Target eliminated. Time to move to the next location.
Okay.
Not yet. It's not over
Oh.
yet. You're way off. if you
Just
think
beating
you
him harder
beat
just
me.
makes him more
I
motivated to
guess,
not
I
be
don't
beaten.
know.
You're pathetic. Just admit that you lost.
Aw, poor Bang.
Can you still say that after seeing this?
Oh no.
What are you gonna show us?
He rips off his shoulder pads.
Starts dancing.
He's just got Tager's shoulders underneath it.
What?
He's like, I'm your son.
No,
Oh no,
I
he's turning
figured
into
it
his
was just...
super mode. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I figured he was just turning into Ultraman or whatever the hell this is.
Can I point out something I just realized?
What?
So Tager also has a super mode, and Bang has big ass wristbands on his arms.
Huh.
If Tager is legitimate, like I'm starting to wonder if this is bringing legitimacy to the joke I said, which was Tager must be the dead guardian. They might actually legitimately be the dead guardian in that case.
Maybe.
Like if the guardian was Bang's master, then they
In the name of
are
justice,
potentially the
peace,
same
and
person
love,
and share some
I will unleash my
similarities.
ultimate move.
Possibly.
Super.
I don't know. I could be super wrong too, to be honest. We'll have to find out in Bang's stuff.
Yeah, probably.
He's fast.
Can you keep up with my moves?
Well, Tager's super slow, so
We don't get
probably
another
not.
fight, though, do we?
No, it doesn't look like it. Just a fight where you're fighting explicitly
Impossible.
powered bang
My
all the
sensors
time.
can't even keep
This
up.
looks ridiculous, though.
I call it
If
God's
only this
speed.
game had,
Witness the true
images
power
of
of
the
an
characters
Ikaruga
fighting
ninja.
that they could have used.
Yeah, potentially.
I can't even put up a fight.
And once again,
Well,
the day is saved.
This kind of
told
makes
you.
sense if Bang's
Justice
super fast in
never
this mode. Tager can't run.
Yeah, Tager's like, I can't even fight him.
Tager can't run and needs a crane to go down the stairs.
Yeah. I pull out my communicator. Although with the damage to my arms, it takes a bit. The moment I turn it on, I can tell Kokonoe is excited about something.
All right, Tager. You'll be able to move once your automated repair has fixed up all that damage. Why don't you head on back?
I guess.
What about the remaining device setups?
So
Let's put it
she's
on
like,
hold for now.
okay,
Something else has
that's
come
good
up.
enough.
Much more important.
Oh, so she's super excited after he gets his ass handed to him by Bang, and he's like, "Well, what about Arakune?" And she's like, "Nah, fuck it,
You
something
mean,
cool's
what about
happening."
haku-men?
Yeah, sorry,
So
haku-men.
if this is more interesting than haku-men for her, that's something.
I guess she wants to take Bang. She just literally wants to own that dog now.
I
I
mean,
don't know what she's thinking, but I don't have a choice. This body belongs to her, after all.
Understood. I'll return
Yeah,
once
that
the
was an
automatic
odd
repairs
That
are
is
complete.
the
but okay. Yeah, okay.
huh?
Kokonoe made a few adjustments to my body after my battle with Bang. That was only a few days ago, but I guess she thinks I'm ready for active duty. I've been sent to the Kaka clan's village on a new mission.
Stop where you are, cyborg.
Again?
Oh, so this is an entirely new story? Like the
Huh.
third... okay, this is the second normal ending, and I guess it's literally just, hey, let's do an entirely new story. Wherein
Huh.
the purpose is not collecting haku-men anymore. I'd heard this voice before. I hoped I wouldn't have to hear it again. I turn around to face him.
So you
Another
had to come
fight?
back for another beating.
I guess.
Hi, Bang Shishigami.
Maybe he'll be
will bring
unlimited this
justice
time.
once again.
I don't know.
Why do you always jump to conclusions? Just listen.
Because he's a ninja. You can't stop jumping.
I will hear nothing from a villain.
Yeah, he runs
There's
around
no
on the
need to
roofs
hold
and
back.
stuff.
Ah!
Is he gonna do a super bang again? Yeah,
Listen
immediately.
to me.
Can he just do that whenever he wants?
Yeah, I guess he could just do it whenever he wants.
Talk to the hand, girlfriend.
What the fuck?
Shishigami!
Thanks, Bang!
Thanks, translators.
Yeah, no, that's probably a translation problem, yeah.
Just
Is
give
this
up
just gonna
already.
keep happening?
Yeah,
There's
Bang
nothing
just keeps
you can
going
do.
super and then beating the crap out of
And
Taker.
rams his clip art against Tager?
I hate to admit it, but he's right. His combat ability exceeds mine, without a doubt. If I don't do something, I'm going to lose again. Suddenly, Kokonoe's voice crackles through my communicator.
Can you hear me, Tager? It's time for you to unleash your
Okay.
true power.
True power? If I had anything like that, I would have...
It's just a button
So,
away.
What?
so is this gonna be like unlimited versus unlimited?
The words are barely out of her mouth when my body starts to glow with a strange golden light. It's like the golden glow Bang is giving off. Oh, God.
Don't tell me. You have a super mode too?
We're just all Super Saiyans here for some
No,
reason.
that's not it. I don't think Kokonoe would make anything as mundane as a super mode. I think my body is transforming.
How strange. Are you some kind of monster?
What did you think he was to start with?
I thought you were a person. And it's like,
Is Tager gonna turn into a literal
I
trap?
want to tell him he's mistaken, but I can't seem to speak. Look at that Kokonoe face. Metal wings appear out of nowhere and attach themselves to my back. I feel like a child's toy. Well, at least it can't get any worse, I hope. Okay,
is this a gag ending?
No, yes, I think it is. This is, I'm going to say this is Bang is like a Super Sentai style,
right, and
like,
everything warps around him
character.
into a joke.
No. I mean, straight up, I think because Bang is basically Kamen Rider, I think Kokonoe might be into that kind of garbage. So the idea is, once she sees Bang transform, scream the hero of justice thing, and beat the crap out of Tager, she goes, hold up, come back. I'm gonna make you Sentai as fuck. And then she gives him a super mode too, so that she could just watch this happen.
Maybe this is the ship. This is
Golden Tager.
Behold this majestic paragon
She's just doing this. This is
actually maybe the ship should be Kokonoe and Bang.
My mouth moves and Kokonoe's voice comes out of it.
What?
So that was coming out of Tager's mouth.
That's...
I know I shouldn't be surprised. She must have had all this planned from the beginning. I feel so used.
All right, Ninja. Time for you
that
to
voice
get
coming
your-
out of that body.
The meaning of pain.
Yeah, it sounds really bad because it's crackling over a radio.
Puff your chest as much as you want. That won't stop me. I'll make you eat dirt.
Suit yourselves.
Are we gonna get a real fight?
Tager's like, I give up.
Here I come. Super!
He's
Great.
literally the
Fucking
whole
amazing.
screen.
Shut up, asshole.
Aww. Instead of finishing the ridiculous name of his attack, Bang lets out a grunt and flies across the room. Belatedly, I realize it's because my fist was somehow planted squarely in his face. I almost feel a little guilty.
Oh, what a coward.
At least Tager's got some
Well, they're
emotion
calling out the
behind
name
him
of their
through all
special
this.
attack.
Yeah. He isn't happy about it, but he seems to have learned from the experience. His next attack isn't preceded by its name. Not that it does him much good. He still can't hit me. I can't help but feel a little sorry for him, but there's nothing I can do. I can't even control my own body. It's all Kokonoe now. I keep telling myself it's not my fault.
Poor
Take
Tager.
this armor. Now it's our turn. Golden Tager. Sunshine.
Oh boy, he's gonna fire his laser, right?
I watch helplessly as Kokonoe uses my body to somehow generate a massive ball of rippling plasma. Hey Kokonoe, I think this might be going a bit too far. If you miss, that's going to...
Oh, are they just destroying Cat Town?
And there it goes.
Too slow.
Ninja dodge.
I have to give him credit. He's fast. Fast enough to dodge Kokonoe's plasma ball, which careens into the wall of Kaka
No.
Clan's village. Oh no. Aren't we down at the bottom of the city? It rips a huge hole through the wall, and apparently damages the underlying structure as the walls begin to collapse. I'm sorry, people of the Kaka clan. This is all Kokonoe's fault.
Is
What
Jubei
is
gonna
this?
come and
God
destroy
is
us?
mad?
They're like, oh no.
God is
Oh,
mad.
What happened to the wall?
Oh.
Scared. The sky is falling. Run!
This is...
The entire village is in chaos. This isn't good. This is definitely not good. If this keeps up, they're just going to think I'm some sort of evil giant.
Stupid ninja. If you'd just taken it like a man, this village wouldn't have had
This
to
is
see
a
this.
very
A dirty
extended
move,
gag.
But I expect that from a ninja.
Yeah. I should point out, by the way, I'm fairly certain there's no more fights in this storyline.
Okay.
This is what it is, and it's just going to continue to be this.
I like that Bang
No,
continues
I
to
don't think so.
pulsate over
You were just
there.
dragged into it. You were just unlucky. We both were.
Don't dodge the next one.
Ugh.
The village can't take another hit.
Kokonoe sounds like such a villain.
I like that.
But one of those blasts could destroy the village.
I genuinely
Dodge
like the
this
idea that
next
this
attack, then.
series just has a cat girl version of
Hero of
Washu from
justice would never
Tenchi.
Yeah,
put himself
yeah.
before the lives of innocent citizens.
If he can give up on the idea of a head-to-head battle and just run away, it might save the village. No, I think he's capable of coming up with any sort of plan I don't think he's capable of coming up with any sort of plan that doesn't involve punching things.
Probably
Here I
not.
come.
Terra Judgment.
This is...
What?
This is gonna... Is this gonna, like, rip a hole in the cauldron somehow?
And he decides to take Kokonoe's head-on attack. And that's left behind. All that's left behind is a puff of dust as Bang flies off, tearing through the metal plate that supports the level above us. In just seconds, he's nothing more than a speck on the horizon. Yeah.
Ping!
They even made the noise. It made the ping.
Oh, I talked over it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
did. For a moment, the speck sparkles like a star, and then it's gone. There must be something wrong with my visual sensors. There's no way a human being just turns into a star.
Do not worry, people of the Kaka clan. The villain who broke that wall has been eliminated by the one.
That's
the
very
only.
revisionist, Kokonoe.
Tiger!
Do you really think anybody will believe that?
I like that his mouth doesn't move anymore.
Yeah.
Really? Thank God.
Why
All
are
right.
They're cats. They're all kakas. So
Are they
they're
just really
willing to just
gullible?
believe it because they're not thinking's not their strong suit.
I don't think that's it.
I think maybe they're very susceptible to hero dialogue as well.
Maybe. I
Heaven
could
really
believe
does
that.
punish the wicked.
They totally believe him. It sounds like they're buying it. They're all waving at me. I know it's none of my business, but sometimes I wonder how you guys manage to survive.
Goodbye, my brothers and sisters.
The Kaka
There is
clan is
other
kind
evil
of,
to be
I
vanquished.
guess.
Now I'll just press this button.
Oh god, does he have a jetpack?
My body starts to change again. I'm so jaded by now, I barely even notice. Thank goodness I'm too heavy to fly. I don't think I could take it if she had made some sort of...
Change! Tiger! Flight
I
mode!
knew it was coming.
Wait! Now that's just taking it too far.
Is he gonna turn into a real plane? Like, just straight up a plane?
Round, people of the Kaka clan.
My flight form complete. I take off under Kokonoe's control, her maniacal laughter echoing across the Kaka clan's village as they wave goodbye to me. She circles the village once or twice, and then I soar off into the sky.
To hell with it.
I guess trying to break the sound barrier was a little more than it could handle.
Huh. Okay, so she does have a full talk.
Yeah, so we're getting a
image.
full talk sprite for her now. That's actually nice. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
She's clearly somebody who's a part of the Kaka clan. She also, I just realized, called them brothers and sisters of the Kaka clan. I thought she meant that because she was talking through Tager, but it makes sense that that's a slip up on her behalf, and she's calling them that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Willpower is all it takes to break the speed of sound.
She was
Ben
willing
might be
to
able travel
fuck
faster
up the
than light
village
without
in order to
being
fight that ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ninja would make an interesting test subject, wouldn't he? I had a
Jeez.
feeling I could do
She
a lot
really
more with
wants
him than I
him.
did with you.
A
Dead,
lot more, huh?
I
Just
think.
like Kokonoe to see him as a potential experiment, instead of a human being. I shudder to think what more she'd like to do with him.
I think I'd like to try this technique on haku-men first, though.
Um,
Let's call it silver haku-men.
Oh my god.
Silver
Look
samurai.
at the little Haku-men transformed.
I'm gonna go get started on the design right now. Damn! I'm getting all excited, Tager!
he keeps his shoulder eyes.
Yeah, he does.
What is this feeling? I've not felt such a presence since. No. This is even greater than the Black Beast.
This whole story mode is cool.
I know not why, but I feel that I am in danger.
But why?
Great danger.
Because somebody's thinking of him, and he's like, oh no.
No, I mean, why all of this?
The alternate truth is yet to be found.
Okay.
So that's 100% Haku-men. It says 92, but that's because we
I
didn't
mean,
lose
100%
some people.
Taker.
Yeah, sorry.
Like,
Haku-men.
there's still
Taker, yes.
loss things, but it's like, we're not gonna bother with it.
No, we're not going to do them right now.
Yeah.
I might do them later on, but I don't think I'm
Alright.
I'm half stuck in Taker right now. I can't stop.
It's okay, it's not that different from your regular
I know
voice.
it
So.
isn't. So you can do anybody you want. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and hit auto.
Yeah, I see we have the same idea.
Yeah, did we? You know,
I
you
believe
can, you
we
can
do.
transform as Bang, though.
Yeah. That's fine. And I might. I don't remember exactly how he plays. It's going to take me a
I
second.
don't 100% remember Bang either, so...
I vaguely remember how he plays. It's just going to take me a little while.
Yeah, this isn't eye-searing at all. This isn't going to be really confusing. I just realized that you chose normal Bang, and I went with unlimited Taker.
What? Wait. Okay.
Because it's not, Okay, whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry. I'll go a little easier.
You don't have to.
Oh, God.
There we go.
No.
Yeah. I'm probably still going to lose somehow.
We'll
We'll
see.
find out.
Oh, man. I can't compete with this right now. This is not working. Okay, there we go.
No, you compete just fine. Fuck. Fuck. I can't control him very well
Yeah,
like
I know.
this.
Well, it's because he's so fucking fast.
I guess I just have to do this. There.
Okay.
Did you let me win that?
Maybe because I realized that our health was so close that it honestly would benefit me just to lose it so that I can win the next two.
Oh, well.
Don't worry
fuck
about
you.
it. I know what I'm doing. Break the bone. Okay, are you just gonna jump over me every time?
Yes! I gotta try and not get hit, motherfucker.
Well, good luck with that.
No. Oh.
Using your teleports or whatever?
I forgot I had a teleport, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn it.
I'm surprised you survived this long.
I am too.
Why
Taker.
did it auto to this stage?
Because this is...
Oh, this is the closest
Yeah, this is
Tager has
Tager's
to a
stage.
stage. Well, he shares it with Lychee.
Yeah, kind of. I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah, like, every character doesn't get a stage, I guess.
Something like that, anyway, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Christ, not again.
This is easy to pull off, that's
I know
all.
it is. I know it is. That's like Bang's saving grace because most of his other stuff is really annoying.
I guess. Nice. I'm actually doing okay. So, fuck. Fuck. Missed. I was hoping you'd fall faster.
Nope.
No, no! Okay, I'm dead. I think. Yes.
That was not the finish I wanted, unfortunately. I wanted to do his astral, not his distortion.
I'm still glowing.
Alright.
Damn.
So that was the end of that.
It was pretty
Honestly,
close,
you
even
weren't
though...
unlimited, and it
Yeah.
was very close, yeah. So those characters actually do play pretty opposite to each other.
Oh yeah, I mean, Bang gets real
Yeah.
fast.
Okay, do you want to call it quits?
Yes. I just
Okay.
noticed, by the way, okay, so those belt loops on Bang's pants have
Yeah.
buttons to them, so they're not really belt loops.
Yeah.
Those pants have got to be made so that he can rip him off. That he can
I mean,
rip him off from
probably.
the front while dancing. Look at them! Everything
Maybe.
about the way they're constructed.
Tager wears like a blacksmith's apron.
Yeah, he's pretty
We're
solid.
noticing weird
but I
things
mean,
about characters.
he's got those zippers, so you can just sort of remove the front of his thing
Yeah.
there. I still think there's like an alien controlling him from the
I still
inside.
find it so incredibly strange that I realize Bang has shoulders and nothing else on his torso. And Tager, who seems to be one of his opposites, has nothing on his shoulders and just nothing on his, only clothes on his torso. There we go. And if you really want to look at it, Bang has pants where they're open on the sides, and Tager doesn't appear to be wearing pants immediately, but he definitely has extra padding on the sides of
Yeah,
his
I mean, he's wearing
like,
pants
legs.
or really tall shoes, but I think it's pants.
Both wear belts. Tager
Yeah.
has 2 separate buckles on his belts.
How does that work?
It's because the belt's not like long enough to go all the way around, so he's got to use 2 belt buckles. That's a real thing.
Oh.
That actually happens.
Yeah, that...
Like, bodybuilders sometimes get big enough that they can't put a normal belt on.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's what that is.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. You got anything else you want to say?
I think that's it.
Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, go ahead.
It's just that. Just that Bang's pants look like I could take them off real easy.
Do you want to?
I don't know, but I think he wants me to.
I don't
look
think
at
he
them.
wants anyone to do anything of the sort. I gotta be honest.
Why does he dress like that? It's just weird. I'm just saying
know.
that his pants are weird.
We unlocked some weird stuff, by the way, in here. I'm just
we doing
kind of
this?
noticing it. No, I just wanted to look at this real quick. Let's see, what would it be? Is it this one to... Yeah, look at
Okay, we get a better look at that
yeah,
Tager.
look at this Tager stuff. I kind of wanted to see the haku-men. And yes, the Tager, who's just like, please don't, please, for the love of God. He's so done with this. All right. Okay, we good?
I think we're good.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night.